I got vision, best from the beginning. They keep swinging, but I stay winning. Stay winning.
Tell me something about that, the grey-green male there.
Yeah, he's about 8 months old. He's off a normal light green hen to a opaline cinnamon grey-green top. So he's got a super face, and he's got a lot more growing to do. He's just coming out of a molt, which he's getting all his flights back now. So he should look different.
So is it quite often like the buffy birds, when they go in the first molt, they drop the flights and then they get them back?
A lot do, yeah. A lot look quite a mess. You just pray to God that they grow them back properly. So his are coming back fine.
What was this yellowfish on the perch, cinnamon blue?
Yeah, so he's a 2022 bird. He's one of the first birds I bred. He came, there's quite a few siblings with him.
Okay.
Really good yellow face cinnamon grey hens. But he's done really well for me.
Okay, we'll come to this yellowfish grey here.
Yeah, again he was born in the summer last year, so he's 7 or 8 months old. Again, he's just coming out of a molt. But super face, plenty buffy enough for what I want, to be honest. But from the frontal view of him, he's pretty much perfect.
Okay. And that recessive pied is a hen and the blue male?
Yeah, that's your blue top.
Okay, that's my one. Oh,
yeah. Yeah, the recessive pied hen, she's a youngster. I've managed to get a young, really nice young recessive pied hen from her as well.
And I can see a very nice young cinnamon violet recessive hen behind that yellowfish cinnamon green.
She's a lovely hen, and she's produced an outstanding recessive youngster as well. So really.
Oh, so she's not young. She's bred.
She's about a year old. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So she's had around, but produced a youngster better than herself.
Yeah, these cinnamon grey and the grey male. Cinnamon grey got a brilliant black skull, isn't it?
This one. Oh, that one.
That one. Yeah.
Yeah. This. So he's a grandson of this one.
Hold on. This is the father, grandfather.
Yeah, so he's 3rd generation down. The youngster's outstanding. There's, in fact, the father is next to him, the grey.
So the grey is the father.
Yeah. So the grandfather, father, and then son.
It's an improvement in every generation, isn't it?
Yeah. Obviously, the father's molting really badly, but he's produced some outstanding birds. And really, really stylish.
I just want to see the face. So you got a lot of blow, complete flights and tails.
Yeah, he's just a little bit flecked. So the mother of him was an opaline cinnamon grey hen who's flecked, so that's where the fleckings come from.
Okay.
But his brother's, he's got another cinnamon grey brother who's really nice. Not quite so.
Tell me about this cinnamon blue baby. Yeah.
Cinnamon blue baby is from my best grey cock to an opaline cinnamon grey hen, and that was the only one I've got off the round, and I've got 2 more in the nest under a different pair from the 2nd round. So hoping they're going to be good. There's a cinnamon opaline that looks quite nice.
What about the cinnamon grey? Right in the corner. The 2nd perch, the 1st one. Cinnamon grey green, sorry.
Cinnamon grey green, yeah, that's one of 4 siblings, and they were all pretty much of that quality. It's split recessive, the mother's a recessive hen to a very average looking but well bred yellow face grey. She's off one of my best cocks in the Aviary, to be fair. there. So
What about this blue one?
yeah, the blue.
He's like 4 or 5 months old.
Yeah, he was born end of October, early November. He's from an Oakline grey cock to a yellow-faced sky blue hen. There's a yellow-faced Oakline cinnamon blue that's a nest mate, and there's also a recessive in here, a blue and yellow-faced blue recessive.
He's got a lovely face.
It's a super pair, and they bred some really good chicks last year. They bred 2 recessives that did really well for me on the showboat.
So how many dilutes you got altogether?
Just got 2, and they popped out of 2 normals this year. So, and it's the 3rd generation they've been breeding in my shed without a visual, and it was going back to one of Daniel's hens. So
Okay.
it was probably at least 6 generations before a visual dilute was involved. But
Also,
there's a hen really nice, and the cockbird's not
Yeah.
so good visually. So
I can see a lot of cinnamon violets in there. So they're all siblings, same family, or different?
no, all different to be honest. Well, I think pretty much everyone. This one here is from a Oakline cobalt hen to a cinnamon yellow-faced grey cock that's bred well for me. There's a couple of good yellow-faced greys in here that are siblings. There's a cinnamon violet behind it. She's literally only just been put in today, in the flight today. She's off a Texas clear body hen to a yellow-faced cobalt cock, and there's also a good sibling, the yellow-faced sky. So those 2 are siblings, and they're going to be really nice birds.
Yeah, I spotted. And the violet there, the yellow face?
Yeah, he's again born end of October, early November. From a cinnamon yellow-faced grey to a cinnamon sky blue hen. He's going to be a big bird. Hopefully all fully intact, and he could turn out to be a super showbird.
And then there is a half molted out, I think it's a hen or cockbird, cinnamon.
Yeah, no, it's cinnamon sky. That's sibling to the yellow-faced violet.
Okay.
She was a super baby. She's looking really rough at the moment, going for her first baby molt, but she's going to turn into a top hen.
Okay. I can see there are 2 opaline hens. The one is that grey one.
Yeah.
Is she molted out or is it more going through the mold?
Well, she's got a 2025 ring on. She's
Okay.
So she kind of went through a molt really quickly. I think she's got a super face on her. To
Yeah.
be fair. She's going to be.
And the one in the back, the violet opaline, is she?
Yeah, she's related to the best bird I've bred this year. So she's related. Well, she's sibling to the cobalt cock, which we'll see shortly. And then there's a nice cinnamon grey hen as well. But the father of those bred me my best bird of last year as well. So
I can't see any Lutino or albino babies. You've got a couple of very good Lutino hens.
yeah.
Have they bred?
I've
you got
got
splits?
one split cock off one of them, and I've not had the others paired up yet. The albino hen, I've got a chick in a nest from her, but it's only a few days old at the moment.
There's a nice grey hen. I think she has started molting out. Is she related to your violets?
The grey hen, no, she's from a cobalt cock to an Oakline cinnamon grey hen.
So she possibly is a dark factor grey then.
Yeah, she could hopefully carry the dark factor. So, but yeah, she's got a super shape about her, but she's going to be plenty big enough for a hen. So.
And there's a recessive at the back. Is she related to that grey-green cinnamon?
Yeah, sibling to the grey-green cinnamon.
Let me just show that grey-green again. That grey-green. This grey-green. And that hen, they're related, yeah?
Yeah, I honestly think the hen could be pretty. I think she could be better than the.
So the parents, both of them, they are cinnamon normals, or one of them is visual recessive?
Visual recessive to the yellow face grey normal cock.
If I'm not wrong, this recessive hen, she looks like from that violet recessive.
Yeah,
Isn't it?
yeah, she is.
Similar
Yeah,
pattern.
yeah, she's a
Brilliant.
cinnamon violet hen to the young sky blue recessive cock. She's going to be outstanding hen.
Very young. Okay, these two dark factor blues, are they related to your cinnamon violet hen? The recessive? The mother of this
No,
this
they're
hen?
not. No. So the first one on the C tray
Yeah?
is sister to the opaline cinnamon cobalt hen, and there's an opaline cinnamon grey hen. He's probably my favourite bird, I think, of
This one?
2025. Yeah. I think he'll turn out to be my best bird I've bred.
So that's your favorite from 2025?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I think it's probably the best bird hopefully the best show bird I've ever bred.
Brilliant. It looks like he just started. Has he got 2025 ring or 2024?
Yeah, no, he's 2025 ring yet. He's literally probably 3 months old now.
So this is your favorite bird from 2025?
Yeah, without a doubt. Dark factor blues are my favourite colour anyway, so I'm producing a few nice ones in normals and cinnamons this year.
His parents, they're still paired up?
No, but I'm going to repair them shortly. The hen, she came quite kind of aggressive when they were about 3 weeks old. Very territorial in the nest, so I took her out, let the cockbird finish raising them. And then she went into a molt. I paired the cockbird up to my best albino hen. So they've got chicks, and then I'm going to pair her back up to the cobalt.
And this dark green related to the dark factor blues, or is he a separate line?
Yeah, he is. So the cobalt next to him.
Yeah.
So the grandfather of the cobalt is father of the dark green.
Okay.
So it's the light green cock that
Okay. Yeah.
you took
Yeah.
a video of earlier. He's the father of the dark greens. There's a really nice young cobalt in the second round. He should turn out into a really nice show bird. The dark green's going to be more of a stock bird. I think he's going to be a big bird when he's
Because of the narrow spots he's getting, or he's just
he's got
overly
long
buff?
feather, but I think he's going to be too big for the showcase, to be honest. I'd rather show birds that have got style about them than just size.
Brilliant.